I really want to give props to you. I said this to you before we went on air, but I have a lot of respect for you coming on and talking about this topic. Not a lot of Democrats are willing to talk about this.
Yeah, it's not an easy topic to talk about. You know, we're talking about a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to talk about it because it's something that affects our nation, and we
It
need to
affects
have
almost
this
every one of
conversation.
us.
Absolutely.
It affects almost every one of us. And so I want to dive into what our differences in opinion are and why.
Sure.
So as you know, I'm 100% pro-life. I believe from a scientific standpoint, a religious standpoint, an ethical standpoint, moral standpoint, that life begins at conception, and that if life begins at conception, that makes that life no different from you or me. And we can't, as a government or as a society, pick which people get rights and which people don't, whose rights are protected or whose rights are not. And that is why I believe that we as a nation have to make abortion illegal and end abortion. What is your position and why?
So first of all, I'll say that my personal position at this point in my life, and again, I have certain privileges. Number one, it's not my body. I'm a man. You know, I'm a cisgender male. But at the same time, for me, I'm pro-life for myself, but pro-choice for everyone else. And I believe that life begins in terms of viability. Like, when can a fetus live outside of the womb? So
Okay.
again, I'm against really late-term abortions. I think most Americans are, where we all agree on that. But before a child is viable, or if a child has been seen, or a fetus has been seen to not be viable, you can have to terminate that pregnancy.
So let me ask you, what is viability?
Viability is when you can live outside of the womb without assistance.
So who defines viability? Meaning, is that the development of the baby, or is that our advancements in medicine that determines when a child is able to live outside the womb?
No, I mean, I think that naturally, generally, and this is, you know, the time that most people give is 20 weeks. After 20 weeks, you know, it is possible, though difficult, it is very possible that a fetus can live outside of the womb.
Okay, and so here's my
And again,
question.
I'm not a
'cause
physician.
No,
so-
no, I know. We're talking about this as two people who maybe come at this from different angles, but who want to, you know, discuss this. I think the American
Right.
people appreciate these conversations. Like I said, not a lot of Democrats, certainly not the pro-abortion lobby. We've asked them a million times to come on the show and discuss it in a respectful way.
Sure.
They don't want to. But my problem with the viability argument, and what you're going to hear from pro-lifers in this respect, is that do medical advances determine the humanity of that child? Because viability is not some moment where inside the mother's womb, the child suddenly transforms from being not a human to being a human. It's our shortcomings, actually, our medical shortcomings, that only allow us to keep a baby alive once it's been developed inside the womb for 20 weeks.